Observing people are always one step ahead. Watching all the patterns, watching everything that they do. Pay attention. You want to know about somebody, you don't got to say a word to them. Watch them. Watch them. Watch how they talk with certain people, right? Watch how they talk with certain individuals that they talk with. And then watch them when somebody different comes to them to conversate, and watch how they talk about the person who they last was hanging with. You will hear and tell about somebody based off what they say and how they move. So if they're hanging with one person and they're acting all, all jolly with them and all that, when they leave, when somebody else comes and they having a regular conversation and that person who just left, that person's name is mentioned, male or female, this is what they do. So be observant and watch them. You don't even have to have a conversation with anybody. You just watch people. They expose themselves. Watch how they act around certain people. Watch what they say around certain people. So they could chill with somebody. That person leaves. A different person comes. And now that person who left, now that person is named. Their name is mentioned in this conversation. And watch how that person who interacts with the person's name who just got mentioned, watch what they say about that person who is not present. Watch how they talk about them. Watch what they say about these individuals. And if they don't defend them, if they joke with the other individual, watch them. Because best believe what they do and what they say is exactly what they would do and say about you if you was to hang with these individuals. Just watch them, observe. You don't even have to interact with people. You don't. You could just watch a person, hear what they say, because they expose themselves. So if you sitting down with a group of people and these people just happen to gossip about people, don't be around that. Get away from that. Get away from that. And also pay attention. Watch, listen, pay attention. Because the way how they're all talking in this table about people, get up, leave, get away from that. Get away from the gossip, the lies. And I promise you, as well, as you get up and leave, the same way they talk about those people, they're gonna say the same. They're gonna talk about you. Once you leave that table, they're gonna start talking about you too. So be very wise. Be very observant, because these people tell on themselves. Watch their actions. Watch their actions. Watch how they are with people who they talk with, and watch how they act when that person is no longer in their presence, but a different person comes and their name is mentioned. Watch if this person defends them, but you will hear them talk about that individual. And you will also hear and see for yourself the person who they were talking with, that person sharing secrets, sharing conversations about that individual who's no longer present. That's how things happen, man. So just stay away from the gossip. Stay away from people like that, man. Stay away from that. Be very observant. Stay quiet. Just watch. Observant people are always one step ahead. You see the pattern, you see their movement, you see how they move, how they roll, you see how they act, you see the fake conversations, you see how they feel amongst each other. You learn about people when they do that. And then you learn how they really feel about the people. And then after you see them talk about that person, and then when that person is back in their presence, then you see how fake that individual is, laughing, talking to this person, but you just finished talking about this individual, and you just finished telling somebody about things that this person trusted and told you about. So yeah, man, just watch people, be observant, and protect the energy at all cost. And just don't tell nobody anything. You can't nowadays. And then of course when you don't, and when you don't feed into the gossip, when you don't want to be a part of the gossip, you're the bad guy. Now they got to keep an eye on you. You're the problem. When you don't want to be a part of the gossip, you don't want to talk about somebody. Listen, man, we too grown for that. If you're going to talk to me, I don't want you to mention another person's name, especially if this person is not present to defend themselves. And not only to defend themselves, but I don't want to hear about another person if they're not here to defend themselves. Not only that, I don't want you to tell me about something about an individual, especially if the individual talked to you and trusted you with that information. They didn't tell me this, so why are you telling me this about that person? They trusted you with that. You keep that information for yourself. Keep away from people like that, man. If you're going to talk to me, then you're going to talk to me about what we're going to talk about. You know, we're not going to mention other people's names. We're not going to do that. Don't do that. Nah, they ain't doing that. Nah, if these people ain't here to defend themselves, nah. Especially when they want to hit you up with the, how's this person doing? Is that... I'm not answering no questions pertaining to other people. I ain't gossiping. No gossiping, no smear campaigns, none of that. We don't do that over here. So yeah, be very observant. You will learn a lot about people because they do that. You don't even have to interact with people. Just watch them. They expose themselves with their actions. We see the patterns. Isn't it great to be observant? You watch people. You see how they move. You could tell a lot about their character. You tell a lot about their character. So yeah, man, if you're around people like that, get away. If you're sitting at a table with people and you're hearing people gossiping about one another and they're talking about certain individuals and you're at this table, get up and leave. Walk away. Because the same way they're talking about this person around you, even if they ain't talking to you, but you're in this table, the same way they're mentioning this person's name and spilling all the beans, even if it's lies, gossip, but the point is they're mentioning this person's name around the group and this person ain't there, get away. Because as soon as you leave, I heard a honk. As soon as you leave, they're going to do the same thing too. So yeah, man, stay prayed up. Stay to yourself. I mean, the right people will come to you, but be very observant and watch people. Don't give too much information about yourself to people. Hell no. Don't do any of that. Especially in today, nah. Don't do any of that. Don't do any of that. But yeah, man, stay observant, watch people. You'll learn a lot about people, their character, because they expose themselves. Yeah, stay safe. Unplug from this matrix. And keep doing the best to go about your day. And yeah, man, don't rush anything. The right people will come to you. The right people. And don't give too much information about yourself. You just can't trust anybody nowadays. Pray for discernment. Your discernment is going to show you who is who. You will see who they are before they even come talking to you. Especially if you're an empath. If you're an empath, you're going to see these people. And you're going to see them before they even talk to you. You're going to see who they are from a mile away. You're going to know. But yeah, just don't give too much information about yourself, man. Just keep the conversation simple. And, you know what I'm saying? Don't get, you know, you gotta literally take your time in trusting people and you know, go slow in getting to know somebody. But don't give too much. Don't tell nobody about yourself. No. Be careful, especially there's monitoring spirits out here, so y'all gotta be very wise with how you answer these questions. You know what I'm saying? Just be sober and vigilant and observant. Until the next video.